Maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today.
that. The masks are coming down. Be weird to walk into a store without having to put a mask on today.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that just yet. So
I'm going to a store today, so I'm going to try it out.
Ooh.
See if I get any luck.
kind of like dipping your toe in the water.
Hey, did we not have a great day yesterday?
Oh,
was that not the first or the
exquisite.
great way to kick off spring?
Delightful.
Hey, we had like 8 degrees, sunny skies.
Wonderful.
We've lost, believe it or not, around 25 centimeters of snow since last week already.
Wow.
So we have about another 30 centimeters on the ground, roughly 20 to 30 centimeters. So this continues. You know what I said a couple weeks ago?
Well, I was just going to say, like, it's time, you know, and you did, I think last week, adjust your prediction that snow would be gone by mid-April. I think we can bump that up, can't we?
No. I said mid-April is the average. That's when we normally lose our snow.
Okay.
I said if things continue the way they are, that we'll lose our snow by the end of this month.
I love it.
Fingers crossed. We do have a system, though, coming in
Yes.
for Wednesday that I'm going to have to tell you about, but...
We can do one day. One day.
That's right. So what's going on? Other than masks today?
Well, I mean, I think we should talk a little bit because there are some settings that still require them, you know, public transit, long-term care facilities, congregate care settings. These are the environments that will continue to sport the masks until the end of April, and the end of April, of course, being significant because that's when the province does plan to put an end to all remaining public health rules. You know, and certainly the politicians at the provincial level have indicated that the public health indicators have improved enough to warrant this removal of the masks. Also have been lifted in other jurisdictions across Canada. Doug Ford says he's still going to wear his in legislature, you know, just for a little while, a couple of days maybe, just to kind of see. Now, on the heels of that, kids go back to school today after the end of the March break, and I have learned that students from 11 schools across the GTA are actually, they have organized a walkout today in protest of the removal of the masking mandate. You just can't win.
You can't.
People crying and screaming, I don't want to be told what to do. And now the kids are saying, but we want to be told what to do. Of course, their concerns being that, you know, people have traveled on the March break, and to just kind of unilaterally eliminate the masks would be putting schools at risk. So, you know, we'll have to watch how that plays out, and certainly keep an eye on the public health
indicators. But locally here in the Soo, we haven't heard of any.
I haven't heard. I will say that I know some schools, and I think at least one locally did put in for an extension of the masking mandate for 2 weeks past the end of the March break. What I can tell you is the province has come back and said, no, we are not extending the masking mandate, not even for 2 weeks. Almost reads like a Dr. Seuss, you know. Not for 2 weeks, not on your cheeks, wear your mask, that's all we ask. No, nothing like that. What is being said, I did receive an email last night from my youngest daughter's school strongly encouraging that they continue to wear masks for 2 weeks. So, I mean, my kids both want to wear masks for a little while, you know, such as...
But they don't have to if they don't want to.
No, they do not. Okay. No, they are not required to wear them.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. We have a special guest today on the show.
We do have a very special guest, you know, and I've heard so much about this Joanie McGuffin that I feel as though I almost know her. Her energy and exuberance precedes her, so I'm very excited to have her in studio and speak to her about a very special day, World Water Day, happening tomorrow. A very, very fantastic and informative webinar is planned, so we're going to be talking about that. Yeah.
Awesome, and we have news too, and I have your weather.
Awesome.
And like I say, we have a little bit of a wrinkle come in for Wednesday, and I'll tell you more about that.
It's only one day. It's only one day.
Maybe one day. Right now,
maybe one day.
Heidi's got the news.
Craig, that uncanny ability to just kind of inflate you and then suck it right out.
I do that all the time.
Craig. Okay. We did talk to you last week that there was a march in the community in support of Ukraine that had been planned. It was executed. Hundreds of people apparently walked between multiple churches in the downtown area, ultimately ending up at the mosque. And once again, in support of the people under siege in Ukraine. At each stop, congregational leaders spoke of peace, offered prayers, and looked for guidance and help to bring the war in the Ukraine to an end. Citizens correspondingly were decked out in blue and yellow, and more than a few Ukrainian flags dotted those gathered to hear the words. So Sault Police Service was on hand to provide an escort to the large formation of people while they walked on Albert Street, then Wellington Street down towards the mosque to prevent any incidents. So once again, you know, Sault Ste. Marie rallying and showing that network of community support that is always so gratifying for me to speak of when I have the opportunity to do so. All right. Over the weekend, Saturday morning, shortly after 3 a.m., Goulais Fire and Rescue was dispatched to a fully involved structure fire in their district. So according to Goulais Fire Chief Chris Rooley, upon arrival at the scene, they activated multiple aid to access the tanker from the Awares Fire and Rescue. He did say it was another stubborn fire and difficult to access water. When we arrived, we found a mobile home fully involved in flames. We took 100% defensive posture to fight the blaze, and due to the location at the far end of Mission Road on the reserve, we required the tanker from Awares to help. So between the two departments, they were on scene for a long time and did manage to extinguish the fire. There is no determination for cause of the blaze, and Rooley was able to say no citizens nor any firefighters were hurt during the event. All right. As well, over the weekend, Friday evening at 10 p.m., Sault Online was notified, actually, of a collision in the northern part of the city, and a witness told us that a city bus and police vehicle were blocking almost all of the lanes of Pine Street right at Northern Avenue. Upon arrival, we did learn that the city bus had come into contact with a pedestrian, which is why I'm bringing you the information that happened on Friday, but when it involves a pedestrian, it's fairly significant. So paramedics were witnessed as being on scene assessing the pedestrian in the back of the ambulance at this time. We haven't any information on the condition of the person who was apparently struck by the bus. All right, more signs of spring. The Coast Guard is breaking out Whitefish Bay. So Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, the U.S. and Canadian ice-breaking vessels they're beginning today to break out the Upper St. Mary's River and Whitefish Bay. So Samuel Risley, Mackinac, Hollyhock, and Nay Bay will pass through the Polock and then begin establishing tracks leading out to Lake Superior along charted shipping routes. So Mackinac will remain in Whitefish Bay. The other three vessels will travel west to conduct the breakout of Western Lake Superior. All of this work is being done in preparation for the March 25th opening of the Sault, also known as the POE, P-O-E lock, the official start of the 2022 commercial navigation season. So it is recommended then in this time that all snowmobile, all-terrain vehicle operators, ice fishermen, and other recreational users of the ice recognize the instability of said ice, plan their activities carefully, and use caution near the ice, especially in proximity to the charted navigation areas. All right. Craig is ready, so I think he's probably not going to get into the dire information about Wednesday, but he's certainly going to give us information on the next 12 hours. So have at it, Craig.
I certainly will, Heidi. And you know what? I haven't seen a robin yet for spring. Have you?
Oh,
I have not.
No.
I have seen seagulls, though.
Okay.
So that's another sign that we're heading in the right direction.
I've heard the seagulls.
I've heard the seagulls. I've
Yep.
seen the seagulls.
Yep.
So it's factual. Well, we are looking at a live shot now of the St. Mary's River, and it's looking like a beautiful day out there today. We have the sun coming up. It's going to stay up, and we're not going to see a lot of clouds for our forecast for today. In fact, it's going to look like yesterday, first day of spring.
Nice.
We're going to have those warm temperatures. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. This is what we look like for today. Mix of sun and cloud right now. We're going to leave us with mainly sunny skies this afternoon. Temperatures nice and warm at 7 degrees. Keep in mind, our daytime average for highs today would only be about +1. So we're well above that. 4 degrees for your evening with a mix of sun and cloud. For the most part, though, those clouds are just going to come for decoration, then leave us with a clear day. We are watching a system, as I said, coming in for late Tuesday into Wednesday. Could give us some accumulating snows. I'll tell you more about that coming up in the 3-day forecast. Right now, let's send it right back to Heidi.
Well, again, I'm always happy to see the sun graphic being deployed. It's fantastic. I'm very excited today to, feel like spring is coming because, it seemed to me like the winter was at least 25 years long. So anyway, we are exiting winter and heading into spring, which will then give way to a delightful summer. What is not delightful is that there is continued pressure in Ottawa as the CP rail stoppage has entered its second day. So industry leaders then, politicians, have urged Labour Minister Seamus O'Regan to end the labour dispute after 3,000 conductors, engineers, and train and yard workers were off the job over the weekend. The company and the union both blamed each other for causing the work stoppage, though both say that they were still talking with federal mediators as of yesterday, Sunday. So Canadian Chamber of Commerce President Perrin Beatty says that O'Regan must table back-to-work legislation immediately. He warns the consequences to the supply chain already battered by the COVID-19 pandemic, and the uncertainty in this moment surrounding Northern Europe could be severe. So the House of Commons resumes today after a 2-week break, so legislation could come immediately if the government so chooses. But a spokesperson for O'Regan said yesterday that the government believes the best deal is reached at the bargaining table. All right. I've done enough talking. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. I would encourage you to do the same. If your cup is low, as mine is, go and fill yours. You will hear the words of our sponsors, Superior Adult Learning, encouraging everybody to set yourself some adult literacy goals and then reach out to the worthy people that are employed therein. Wendy and Pat are happy to help you reach those goals. When we come back, Joanie McGuffin here to talk to us about World Water Day. We'll also give you a little bit of information, some factoids. We have social media as always, so go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Good morning and welcome back to First Local. Well, she's here. I am delighted once again to welcome Joanie McGuffin to the studio to talk to us about World Water Day. Now, Joanie is the Executive Director of the Lake Superior Watershed Conservancy Land Trust, which is an amazing endeavor. I have heard so much about it through Bruce. He speaks so highly of yourself, your husband. Joanie, talk to me about World Water Day.
World Water Day this year is an event where, well, we always should be celebrating water.
Certainly.
But the theme of World Water Day this year is groundwater.
Okay.
So most of us think about water in the rivers and lakes we see.
Yes.
And I love this image where if we were to cover the globe with water and we were to cover it with the surface fresh water, it would be a quarter of a meter deep.
Wow.
But if we were to take all the groundwater on the Government of Canada website, it estimates that we would have 120 meters of water covering the earth. So our groundwater is where most of us get our drinking water. And so protecting groundwater is incredibly important.
Okay.
But World Water Day reminds us that we are water.
Yes.
We are Nibby.
Yes.
We are water. We are 75% water. So when we look at our rivers and lakes and we think about how we have to take care of them, it's really important. So, okay, sorry. There we go. Maybe. Is that okay now?
Yeah, I think so.
All
yeah.
right. So I love the cupped hands here holding the water.
Beautiful. What an image.
Water is our being.
Yes.
And in this more than human world, all living things are water.
Wow.
So I love this image of our beautiful Turtle Island.
Okay.
In the heart of it where we live, I've colored in Lake Superior so you can see we live in the bullseye in the upper Great Lakes, and that is the largest expanse of fresh water on Earth.
Okay.
The water flowing out of Lake Superior down the St. Mary's, that is the only outflow to this incredible water that flows to all of the lower Great Lakes. And so we live in a water world here, and there are almost 200 rivers that flow into Lake Superior, and the St. Mary's is the only one that flows out.
Wow.
So I live right there at the heart of the mountains, or at the bottom of the mountains.
Wow.
I put this image in of the watershed because almost more than the population of Canada lives within the Lake Superior watershed. If it was a country, it would be the third richest country in the world because of the water at the heart. You can just imagine like all our industries and all the people that live on its shores. And you'll notice there's no barriers here between countries, states, provinces. Geopolitical boundaries are not understood by the natural world. The water flows everywhere.
Wow.
And as it flows through all these rivers, I know the lake, particularly in my own experience, having paddled around Lake Superior. I've paddled across Turtle Island from saltwater to saltwater. So I know these waters in a really special way.
Wow. Joanie, I mean, like, I think that, you know, as I look at the images and I listen to the, you know, the lyrical quality of your voice, I mean, it's easy, I think, to become desensitized to the wealth of natural resource that we just probably, in a lot of cases, take for granted. And you provide such an amazing reminder of how truly blessed we are naturally. So what is planned? I know there are two presentations. Targeting students in the AM, and then in the evening moving towards engaging the adult community. How do people become involved with that? Tell me about it.
Great. So go to freshwaterwise.com/events.
Yes.
And Freshwater-Wise has organized with Algoma University 2 special presentations. So I'm involved with the student presentation tomorrow with the Algoma District School Board with Joanne Robertson.
Wow.
Who, amazing. I'll talk about her in a moment. And then in the evening, they have a community presentation at 8 o'clock, and that's going to be a community conversation about water.
Excellent.
So yeah, go to freshwaterwise.com/events.
I will, I'll do a write-up for this. I'll put it on the website, so you can look for that later this morning with a hyperlink to take you directly to the website to facilitate your participation in these incredible presentations, because I really think that people should be enthusiastic.
Yeah, I got it right up there right now, and that's you know, our student presentation is really exciting. We have a grade 7 student from F.H. Clerg School who is going to be on there with us, and you know, having that young voice is going to be really important.
Marika?
Marika de Goulais, Marika de Goulais. I met her on a Sioux Climate Hub just as a participant watching. I thought, what a powerful young woman. She is our Greta Thunberg. speaking about water. And then Joanne Robertson, who, of course, she wrote Nibby, the Water Walker, worked with Josephine Balmandanen, grandmother water walker, who walked around all the Great Lakes. Yeah, and she carried that water for years, and just talking about we are water. What is our responsibility to water? How can we take care of water? What are the threats to water? And what can each one of us do about it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, this has like really been an eye-opener for me. I mean, you know, to hear you talk about it, you can almost visualize it as a living being in and of itself, which it actually is, right?
It is fantastic. It's not a natural resource. Nibby, water is a living being. You nailed it, Heidi. And Indigenous nations have been telling this for a very long time. And I want to bring that forward because I want to say that we are blessed that we are here at Bowating. Bowating is a central place in the heart of Turtle Island that brings us these stories of water. We could go down to the river and we can look at that water. We can look at the water flowing out of our tap and we can go, this water is me.
Yes.
And we have to take care of it because when we make water sick, when we make Nibby sick, we make ourselves sick.
100%.
So it's really a beautiful relationship to figure out rather than it being a resource separate from us, it is us.
Wow. Well, that's really the only way I'll ever look at it again. That's for sure. So, well, Joanie, I want to thank you so much for making time to come in today. As I said, I will write this up and make sure that the word is spread about these fantastic presentations. Tomorrow, we should celebrate our relationship with this living organism, this being on World Water Day. Is there anything that you'd like to say in closing?
Really just, today when you're walking around, I want all of you to stand and look down between your feet. Look down between your feet and think of the water running under the ground beneath your feet. Everywhere you are, there are rivers under the ground. There are lakes under the ground. And if you drill right down through the center of the earth and come out on the other side of your feet right now, there's a massive saltwater ocean that is stuck to the other side of the globe that we're sitting on right now. And if we all just think of that wonder of this water world we live in, I think the world would be a more inclusive place. You and I are all water and every being on this earth is. So yeah, we need to get together and
I need to have you on this show every day.
Rather than our differences.
You're better than coffee. This is fantastic. This has been a great way for me to start my week.
I hope you noticed my beautiful loon on here.
I did.
That we'll hear soon. So I always feel like loons are like, the water, think of loons, the sound of the loons.
Oh my goodness, fantastic. Well, watch for that article later today. Click on the link, become involved in this very, very engaging and fantastic webinar. This is your last opportunity now to go fill your cup, hop back into the world of our sponsors, learn about Jeep the Mac, another amazing event that's coming up with our partners in St. Ignace, celebrating all things Jeep, and they've added so much more to the event roster. So once again, fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Good morning and welcome back. Wow, I just feel like electric. Joanie is such a high energy person to be around. I really had such a great time. Thanks once again to Joanie McGuffin for coming in and sharing her impassioned information about NIBI and water and the importance and World Water Day. Now, because I became so enthralled in the conversation, I'm going to send us over into Craig because we still do need to get, the depressing news about Wednesday. So, all right, Craig, we're ready. Herd us.
Today is our first full day of spring, and it's certainly going to look like it. It's even going to feel like it because we do have another couple of days of some nice warm temperatures. This is what we look like on the map for today. We have a cold front that came through last night, didn't really do anything, kind of just changed our wind direction. It's bringing in a little cooler air mass, nothing really to worry about. But we also have this warm front too approaching, so we may pick up some cloudiness from that. We're not anticipating any sort of rain or snow, at least not for today. We do have a system we're watching for midday or midweek Wednesday. Could give us a little bit of snow. I'll touch on that in just a bit. So let's take a look at the satellite. You can see we are basically clear for today. We do have some lingering little bit of cloud to worry about. For the most part, we're going to see a nice amount of sun, and also the melting will continue. We have this system, as I mentioned, kind of getting itself together, and it's going to be coming in for late day Tuesday into Wednesday. And right now, it could give us rain and it could give us snow. And if it gives us snow, we could see accumulating wet snow of around 6 to 8 centimeters. So we are definitely watching that system for sure. This is what we look like as far as temperatures today. Not bad. 7 degrees here in the Sioux, 3 in Wawa, 1 in Timmins, a little cold. You can see where the cold air is actually right here, and the warm air flooding in. 8 degrees in Sudbury. This is what we look like as far as radar goes. Really nothing to show you. We have nothing to worry about today. Just a couple of light showers over the lake. They're not coming here. We're going to have a really nice looking Monday. This is what we look like for the next 3 days. For today, 7 degrees, light winds, and plenty of sunshine. We are going to see more melting going on today and into our day Tuesday. Though we are a little cooler on Tuesday, and we start seeing those clouds really kind of come in from that system. So it's going to give us a partly cloudy to all cloudy day for most of our day Tuesday. And then look at that on Wednesday. We really drop to our temperatures. Believe it or not, that's still around seasonal. But it's going to be a little breezy, and we could see some rain showers, and we could see some snow showers, and that's going to linger into Thursday. And then we have a little dip in our temperatures coming in for next weekend. I'll give you those details coming up. Heidi?
Oh, welcome back. Gee whiz, Craig. I only caught the graphic really quickly. I'm not sure if it was rain or snow. It was rain and snow, so sleet. Oh no, so the weather models might suggest it's going to be sloppy. Oh. All right. On a more serious note, it is my sad duty to inform you that on Friday, Algoma Public Health did report the region's 41st passing owing to COVID-19 related illness. Obviously, as in past, no further details are being shared in this moment out of respect and privacy for the family. And you can look for any further updates on our website. Algoma Public Health no longer reports data associated with COVID-19 over the weekends, but simply offers it up Monday to Friday, and you can always find that on our website at SiouxOnline.com. All right, well, let's, I'm factoid, yeah.
Factoid.
So one of my very first album, or favorite, well, it wasn't my first, no, that was Bryan Adams' Reckless. That was my very first. But one of my favorites of all time, U2, The Joshua Tree. So it was on this day in 1987 then that U2 scored their third UK #1 album with The Joshua Tree, featuring the singles Where the Streets Have No Name and I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Why wouldn't they mention With or Without You, which is like the quintessential love song. But anyway, also featured on The Joshua Tree. So the album then did become the fastest selling in UK history and the first album to sell over 1 million CDs, spending a total of 156 weeks on the UK chart. It also charted a #1 on the US.
That's like 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's a great album, like talk about opus. Wow. Wow. All right. And then just for a little bit of fun, March 21st, 1976, after a David Bowie concert at the Community War Memorial Arena in Rochester, New York, Iggy Pop and David Bowie were involved in a drug bust at their hotel room where the police found 182 grams, which is just a little over 6.4 ounces of marijuana. The pair spent the rest of the night in the Monroe County Jail and were released at about 7 a.m. on $2,000 bond each.
Jeez.
David, do us a tune.
What a different world we live in today.
Right? Totally. All right, well, we're going to hop on into social media here
See what
now.
you're saying on this Monday.
All right, let's see here. Okay, woo, we got a new winner. Terry Matthews beating everybody to the punch this morning. Good morning, Heidi and Craig. Well, good morning to you, Terry. Yeah, way to get in there. And you, 34 minutes ago, so you came in just before we even went on. Look at you, strategy. I like it. Margaret McKegg says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning, Margaret.
Edika, good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend. I did. It was a reasonable weekend. Kind of low-key, relaxing, you know. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Spring is finally here. Have a great day. You as well, Tony. Ooh, new viewer, Shane and Jen Simpson.
Nice.
Yeah, but you never know who's watching. Is it both of you or is it just one of you? Anyway.
Or it could be the whole family.
Could be. Could be. Morning. Well, good morning to you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. We always appreciate a new viewer, as we appreciate our regulars, for sure. Steve Childs, good morning. It's springtime. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes,
and
it
more
is, Steve.
excited I could not be. Thank you, Steve. Bradley Evoy, good morning. Glorious spring, I welcome thee. Yes. Waxing poetic. Good morning to you, Brad. Have a great day at work. Kathy Boren, hello, Monday. It's spring, a beautiful day to take a deep breath in. Wait, that was just a dryer sheet stuck in my sleeve. Haha, enjoy the day anyway. You as well. Kathy, you always are good for a chuckle. Judy O'Neill, good Monday morning to you all. Hope you have an awesome day. You as well, Judy.
Thank you.
Tori Nicole Billow Henderson, our viewer from Charlevoix. Good morning, Heidi and crew. Good morning to you, Tori. Nice to see you again.
I assume you have no snow left in Charlevoix.
I don't know.
Throw that out there.
Well, countdown's on. See if you can get your answer in.
Yep.
Joseph Bertrand, morning, everyone. Oh, the sun is coming up between the two great huge tracts of land. Yes. Good morning, Joseph. Nice to hear from you. Kimberly, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Kimberly. Jacob Moore, sports analyst.
Hey, Jacob, we miss you.
Jacob, meh.
Come
Good
back.
morning, everyone. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning. Candy, Auntie Candy, awesome interview. Great job, girls. Hi to Joanie. Oh, okay, so a contact of Joanie McGuffin then, as well as my stylist. All right, Jacob Moore, Greyhounds won both games on the weekend. Go Hounds, go. Aw. Jacob.
Still doing his job on the road.
Oh, and another new viewer, Elizabeth Ann Robinson King. Well, hello, Elizabeth Ann Robinson King. Good morning, watching from Arizona. Ooh, was born in the Sioux. Well, good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in.
Must be having some nice weather in Arizona.
Yeah. Thank you for commenting. What's the temperature there? They're probably going to force me off the air before you get a chance.
Well, Mike's giving me my temperatures for the 7-day.
Okay.
So let's just take a look at the 7-day.
All
We
right.
had that little bit of a disturbance coming in for Wednesday. We're watching that. We could pick up accumulating snows from that. Mind you, they're not going to last because we still are on the plus side for the most part. We do have another shot of cold air coming in this weekend, dropping our temperatures even during the overnight, getting a little cold. So, you know, that's that give and take of spring, right?
Sure.
But, you know, for the most part, on days like today, where temperatures are above 5 and we have plenty of sun, we can lose up to 5 centimeters of snow every single day. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we continue to do that.
Yes.
There we go.
Fingers are crossed. All
Okay.
right. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. And you can look for that article with regards to World Water Day and the webinar presentations later this morning. And I hope you have a spectacular day and you have an opportunity to get out and enjoy the sun. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.